What's up, everyone? This is Rayuka here, and just checking the audio before I get into this update. We'll check. Give me a moment here. All right, so the audio is good. All right, so there's no music, nothing playing, just straight up my voice and channel update. I wasn't gonna do a video on this, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna title this "Rayuka Gaming Live Channel Update," but it's live as I'm recording this. But I just wanted to do something that went straight to the point because if not, most likely I'm going to forget doing a channel update, and it's been a while since I did one. So this is a general update in many ways because this is not just reflecting YouTube's if you're watching this on YouTube's, but certain aspects of this update is going to reflect the other platforms that I'm also on. So depending on where you're watching this, I'll indicate what's going to reflect what as best as I can. So some things may slip my mind. It is what it is. So I guess the first thing I'll talk about is live streams. Um, because that's something I've been doing on YouTube's etc. And etc. means more than one platform, by the way, at least when I say, or more than one place, or however one wants to view it. And I'm planning on, at least towards the end of 2024, continue doing live streams. Though maybe a bit scarce at some point because the issues that I'm having with the live streams, at least on the YouTube's end, is that I'm getting hit with like some of y'all that are watching this on YouTube. Um, you notice that some of the streams are just privated, it, and maybe one of them are gone, but that's neither here nor there. But some of them are privated currently, and that's because I'm currently disputing false copyright claims, and this is just ridiculous. And I don't want to make a video just specifically on the copyright claims yet. In the past, I've made videos talking about how broken YouTube's copyright system is and whatnot. But it's been happening so much. It's hard to keep up with. Like I have a life outside of YouTube. This is just a hobby, but it's ridiculous when I, check the app or I get an email from YouTube saying, "Hey, you just got hit with a bullshit claim. Here you go again, Rayuka." Like it's like a fucking challenge. And yes, excuse my language. There may be some language in this channel update because this is like not scripted. This is just like right off the noggin. Um, but it gets annoying after a while. It's like you get, bangeranged by copyright claims on YouTube, and it's annoying. And I know they're false claims, and I've disputed so many, and I won most of my claims, not all of them. I won all of my claim, all of the copyright claims because they're bullshit. The issue with copyright claims, though, when you're getting hit with a false copyright claim, is that you gotta provide all this information, your name, personal information, and I don't like that. I don't care, but I don't like it. Because the other side, the individuals making the false claims, they get this information and they run with it, and then they hit you with something else again. And it's like, why the fuck you want to know my full name? Like, ooh, you know my real name? Congratulations. It's just okay. Like, should I care? Um, but it is annoying that it's happened. For instance, knockoff. That was a stream. Let me see. Give me a moment here because I have to look it up. Uh, so this was yeah, this was Rayuka Live hashtag 69, and that was copyright claim knockoff, and that was just a demo. I looked into the false copyright claim. No, I know it's bullshit, and I disputed it. A couple streams before that, hashtag Rayuka Live 67. Samurai Showdown Neo Geo collection. That was also hit with a fucking false copyright claim. And I'm currently disputing that as well. And recently, as in that as a live stream on one of my Dead or Alive playthroughs were also hit with a false copyright claim. And it's just it's ridiculous. Not counting the fact that there's content creators out there also clipping my content and not even giving me credit. That's like I usually don't care about that kind of stuff, but that is a bit annoying after a while. But the copyright claim, that shit annoys me. And especially when I know it's false. I mean, it was real bad with Power Rangers. I did a Power Ranger playthrough of it was the fighting game one back on the Nintendo system. And let me see, I gotta look it up because I forgot the name. It's been so long. I play so many fighting games. It's hard to even remember half the names because not all of them are even on playlists on the channel. I played through so many though. Um, but yeah. Anyways, I'm currently looking it up here. I literally have to look at my own like playthrough. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the Fighting Edition. Um, I was playing through trials, and those were getting hit with false claims to the point where I had to remove the audio because they're all being hit with claims from all over the damn place that had nothing to do with the damn game. It was just false claims left, right, and center. And I had no issues on other platforms. It's just YouTube where I'm running into these issues. But it's gone to a point where I just been fighting copyright claims back to back. And another thing I noticed when these claims happen, they usually it seems like when these individuals make these claims, they just sit on it for 30 days. You know, hence why I made two of the live streams private because I'm not sharing revenue with these people. I know it's a bullshit claim and they're gonna like literally sit there for 30 days and be whatever. But anyway, as for the live streams, they will continue into the end of the year. Um, as for next year, it really depends how next year starts more so how things go next year. Um, with the live streams, I don't know if it's something I want to continue to do because at least as of this year, getting back into it's been fun, but at the same time, it's exhausting for me, and it's more so because I work a lot and I make time for this. I squeeze it in my tight schedule somehow, and there's just times when it just doesn't. I just don't have the enthusiasm, the energy to do this, to be honest. And not counting that like a week or so ago or a couple days ago, I was sick with the C virus and I've recovered fairly well, very well from that. And you know, when I think of this though, it's just one of those things where um you know, there's just times where I don't feel motivated enough to do the streams. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I am gonna wrap up the at some point, and I think I'm getting fairly close to that. The Alice, there might have been double echo there, or something like that. Record whatever. Anyways, um, the Alice playthroughs. Um, so I am planning to wrap that up at some point. That's been a bit tedious to do just because not the game itself. It's more so just the way I have to play. I have to uninstall and reinstall the game in order to play it because for whatever reason EA just won't update this damn game. It's a good game though. Just it's cursed on Steam. It just is. I don't know why. At least for me, anyways, it's cursed. Um, but yeah, I will continue the live streams going into hopefully into 2025. Um, but as for YouTube specifically, um, I might pause up. I'm not really sure because when it comes to YouTube anyway, their copyright system, it's just very tedious. It's annoying. It's this shit just it never changes. It's a broken system. It continues to be broken, and I'm bitching about something that has not been fixed in years. And it's gotten to a point where I don't even make videos talking about the bullshit copyright claims. I'm just here in an update complaining about the same thing I've complained about years ago that has never been fixed. So YouTube's copyright system is clearly broken still. And hopefully someday YouTube, if they ever decide to get up off their ass, actually fixes it. But at this point, there's a saying that goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And I think YouTube is running with that philosophy. And because actions show it's been years, and somehow this system is still the same mess. It's crazy. It's just all these years, and somehow it's the same exact issues. And I know I am not the only one dealing with this problem, so it's whatever. As for other platforms, though, Twitch and etc. Twitch is something I do plan on focusing more on. It's something that I've been thinking about for some time. Um, and well, at least having more of a focus and just maybe closing off streams here on YouTube's and just focusing more on that platform. Um, but it's neither here or there. I mean, this it's just the door is open in any direction essentially for me. So it just comes down to how things are gonna work. Um, right now, yeah, that's pretty much it for the live stream portion of things. So if you made it this far and you're curious on what I was planning to do with live streams, or at least get a rough idea of what I want to do, etc. Uh, but that would be this portion of the video. I'm not. This was like last minute prepared, so I don't have like what I will call cards to like break down specifics like I usually do when I do these updates where I have like a timestamp kind of thing. Um, but yeah, depending on where you're watching this, Um, that's basically a bit of YouTube's a general thing. So now on to other content. Now I'm gonna talk about like playthroughs and things of that nature. This is more of a general thing. Um, I will continue to do that content, of course. More fighting game stuff, of course, because I love my fighting games. Looking forward to City of the Wolves. That's next year. Um, Tekken, of course. Street Fighter, I'm kind of 50-50, as well as Guilty Gear Strive. I haven't done any, at least specifically Guilty Gear related stuff because it's just such a great area with that content. I do want to do playthroughs of all the Guilty Gears. I mean, I have all the Guilty Gears, physical editions, like physical games, as well as digitally. So it's been something for some time I've been thinking about doing, as well as a Blaze Blue. But I don't know if I'm gonna go through with it because that's time consuming and it's making time to do that content. No matter what content I do is gonna be time consuming because it just throws off whatever plans I have in a day. It's me taking like an hour of my day and then recording and then another hour just editing and uploading, which is another hour. It's basically 3 hours altogether usually. It's time consuming. And it's usually like that when I want things to be in a certain way. So, and that's just one video or one playthrough. Some people just think, oh, it's a playthrough, just take it, poop it out, upload it. That's some people. That's not me. So yeah. As for Samurai Showdown content, it's currently the way it is right now. There's nothing new with Samurai Showdown. Um, It'd be nice if SNK released or re-released, excuse me, the 64 series, which I talked about this in the Neo Geo Samurai Shodown Neo Geo Collection live stream. For those who want to watch that right now, if anyone's curious, you have to go on the other platforms that I'm on outside of YouTube's, because well, it's currently privated because I'm currently fighting those false claims, but copyright claims to be specific. That was all the crap I talked about in the first portion with the live streams. Um, but yeah, Samurai Showdown stuff is just kind of until something new comes out or something big happens, I will play it. Let's see. There will be more horror theme content, of course. I do like my horror games, so probably more Resident Evil stuff down the line, Dead Space down the line. I did do a live stream of Dead Space, the remake. But I probably am going to do a playthrough of it by itself, including the originals as well. It's something that I've been wanting to do as well for some time. And oh, that Ishimura man, I just I dread revisiting it, but at the same time, it's like, why not? Why not revisit the horror show? Why not revisit the haunted ship in the middle of nowhere? Um, yeah. So there's going to be a variety of content when it comes to playthroughs and whatnot going into the future. That's the plan. There will be other things, of course, but there's a lot of stuff that I'm thinking about brainstorming and basically for those who've been tuning or been on the channel for a while and watch the playthroughs, you already know. You already know how what to expect. I guess when it comes to the playthroughs, but things may change up, and that's for sure. As for the action Tasagi or Tanaman or whatever playthroughs, I've decided that there is one playlist that is not public. It's not even finished. It has to do with another character in the game. And that is going to be the last character I'm going to do a specific playthrough on because I got in over my head wanting to go through the game with every single character. It's too time consuming, and yeah, I can't do it. Especially with my schedule right now, it just makes it impossible. Um, I can't focus on one character. So once I'm done with I forgot her name, the character's name, but once I'm done with that playthrough down at some point, I'm gonna focus on Asagi, which is the main, I guess, protagonist or whatever in the series, and just update the story chapters with her. And the other ones won't be updated. So I'll probably put like some sort of note or something in the playlist indicating that because I just don't want to keep focusing on the other characters because it's too time consuming and it's a lot to do. It's for me. It's just I get burnt out on the game. I'm not gonna lie. I play so much of it. I put like 100 plus hours in that game, so I'm done with it. In many ways, I am, and it's not me bashing the game or anything. I still keep an eye on it. I still play when there's new characters, but I can't keep going through the nightmare of story mode over and over again with every single character. It's the same crap, just with a different character, and it's boring. I'm not gonna lie, it gets boring. Um, Now I am gonna try to figure something out to display the other characters in the game. So I make use of I currently have all 34 characters in Action Tournament. So I do want to figure something out where I can at least have some sort of playthrough. I don't know how I will do it or what I will call it, where I display those characters um, a lot better, and at least in the way I play them. Um, but I have no desire to do like a video where it's like, oh, here's the stats, and this is what you should do in the standard third. In the end of the day, anyone playing the game will figure out what character they like and what they'll stick with and what they work on. Because games like that, which they're like mobile based games, they constantly change with updates and stuff, and nothing stays the same forever. Well, you can have something set up really good right now, and then 2 months later, that setup becomes utter garbage, and then there's like a whole new setup. It's not worth me doing videos like that because it just becomes fluff pieces and they don't age well. So yeah, that's just my opinion on that. So the action Tanama stuff sort of will continue, but as for the story specific stuff, I will focus in the future mainly on one character, Asagi, as I said, and or Sakura. I'm not really sure. It'll be one of the two. Now that I think about it, but Besides that, as for the other playlists, they will be concluded at the current chapters they are at right now. I have no desire to really keep updating those because it just gets boring and extremely repetitive. And yeah, that's where I currently stand with that game. Um, yeah, so but yeah, playthroughs will be interesting heading a little into towards the end of excuse me towards the end of 2024 and whatnot. So and who knows what 2025 will hold. Now I probably missed some things because my thoughts went blank. So I'm assuming I missed something. But until it comes back to me, that's pretty much it right now for playthroughs and what I me giving a rough idea of what I'm planning to do with the playthroughs. Now on to the collaborations. Will there be collaborations? Because I've been asked this. And honestly, I don't even want to talk about collaborations. I have no desires to do collaborations at all anymore. Uh, I am fucking done with the idea of collaborations with other content creators, just in general. And I'll just say a lot has happened behind the scenes, and I'm over it. If this channel ever hits 100K plus, I still don't have a desire to do a collaboration. If I do a collaboration someday, it will be because it's someone that I feel that will make sense with what I'm doing with the channel. Um, but right now, currently, if at all, I just don't desire any collaborations. I don't want to do collaborations with other content creators. For that matter, and I can see where some may, for those who have been tuned in on this channel for a while, with the whole thing with Azure, we used to do collaborations back to Azure. We did a collaboration not that far long ago. I think it was about a few months ago or so, and it's like pulling teeth. No shade towards Azure because I'm pretty sure he'll watch this at some point. But it's like pulling teeth to do collaborations with Azure, and I know him real life. Uh, and I express my thoughts about this, and I'll say a bit of basically the same thing I reiterated to him in real life. Um, it's like pulling teeth to do collaborations with him. So I've decided that I don't no longer want to do collaborations with him. And I think he knows that. And like I said, it's no bad blood or anything. It's just more of a we play different games, and after a while, you just get tired of asking someone if they want to play this game or if they want to do this or they want to do that. It just gets exhausting. It's like if you want to collab. If you want to play a game together, let me know. I shouldn't have to be asking, or when I see some of y'all comments wanting that kind of collaboration to happen, then it doesn't happen. And it's just he has his life going on. And for me, if I have not said this before, another goal of mine is to make this the last time I talk about this whole Azure and I collaboration thing. In the future, if it ever happens again, then it happens. But I wouldn't put any thought into it for those who um, look forward to that kind of content. I just we play different things, we play different games. He does his thing, I do my own thing, and that's just how it is. Um, it so for those wondering, for instance, the whole Destiny chaos, there was like a thing back in the day, Crucible. I think it was Crucible Chaos. That's what it's called, the miniseries Crucible Chaos or something like that. And Azure was featured a lot in that at the time. That was around Destiny 2. That was very early on the channel. And over time, obviously, I think we both got tired of Destiny, but it was convenient at the time. And after a while, it's just when it comes to games, we just play different games. And I don't want to, you know, that's why I can describe it. It's just collab with someone that just doesn't want, collab on the same thing. It's just, it is what it is. And there is something I did forget in this stream actually, which I'm gonna put super late. Not like it matters, but let me see. Where is it? There it goes. Nope, nope, nope. Is this it? Nope. Huh, interesting. There it goes. The watermark. Totally forgot about that. Now it pops up. So yeah, for collaborations, I'll just say to y'all, don't hold y'all breath. It's a good chance it's just not gonna happen. Um, and not just with Azure, just in general. I just don't want the collaborations. I have no desire to do them. Back then, I tried, and I'm not gonna drop some channel. I'm not. There's just one channel specific. I'm not gonna drop. And it's just I learned when it comes to this collaboration thing, people only want to work with you when you're within a certain bracket. So meaning like if my channel's at 100K, all of a sudden people, oh, he has 100K and I have 100K, so let's work together so we could subscribers. I just don't want to deal with fake shit. Rock with me. The way I see it is like rock with me when I'm at this, you know. And then if I make it up there and you're still around, great, because I know you're real. You're real. But there's a lot of shadiness in this YouTube game, and for that matter, just the online landscape. There's a lot of fakeness and a lot of shadiness, and it's really a shark world out there. Um, Especially when the idea of collaborations come up and you're speaking with different content creators, both small and big, and not just content creators. I've spoken when not that it has to do with collaborations, but like this is the stuff y'all don't really get to hear or see much of. Maybe y'all do, maybe y'all don't, I don't know. Like for me, I speak to quite a few indie devs, and some of the indie devs are really cool people. Some of them are like, the coolest, most realist people. And then you have some that are just completely fake and shady. And they only want to mess with people that are within a certain bracket, etc. It's the same crap, basically. Um, but yeah. Uh Anyways, put all in the nutshell, I don't want to do collaborations. So collaborations in 2024, if something happens, it happens. If it doesn't, it is what it is. Don't expect it from here. There's a good chance, most likely, it just won't happen. Even in 2025, like I'm going that far out. Like I just have no desire to do collaborations. I really don't. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it on the whole collaboration front. Now, on to the next thing here, the unboxings, right? The unboxings. This is something that sort of was a staple in the channel in the very beginning of all the collector's editions that I've unboxed. And after a while, you run out of space for these things, and not only that, you lose interest in some of these games because of and I mean everyone's different. For me, it became seeing AAA developers just fall and constantly just change the script. After a while, it gets exhausting, and you just lose your interest in these IPs and games. Each their own. But to me, that's what happened with me. I just lost interest in a lot of these games. Um, but I have a lot of collector's editions, and doing these unboxings, it costs money. It does. These it, definitely not cheap. Um, which is why I decided to cut back dramatically on collector's editions to such a point where I can't even remember the last time. Let me see. The last time I brought a collector's edition was most likely I did a video on it. That's most likely the last time there was actually a that I brought a collector's edition, which is either brought or I already had, and I just decided to do a video on because that's usually how it goes. So let me see here. I'm looking through my own playlist to refresh my own memory. So that's ironic. So give me a moment. It's taking. Geez, I put a lot of work in this channel. I could find it. Mm, should be here somewhere. Maybe not. Use the silence as I am looking for this playlist. My own playlist at that, which is funny to me. The YouTube app is just garbage. Sometimes you try to do certain things and it just doesn't want to even do it. It's just like, no, I don't want to. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Good old computer. Let's see. I bet I'm gonna find it here though. Should be able to. Any moment now. See, now I want to figure out something and then I can't figure it out because Oh, wait, wait. Nope, no, that's not it. Uh-huh. Where are you? That's great. So apparently, I can't find my own unboxing playlist, which is I know I have a playlist on this, and I cannot find it. Uh, what an update! Trying to trying to remembers this unboxing here, and trying to get that little bit of assist myself. I can't find this damn thing. Jeez. There it goes. Okay, so I did 74 unboxings. There we go. So what was the last one on this list? Jeez, I have so many collector's editions. So the last one was the King of Fighters Omega Edition. That was the PlayStation 4 version. That was literally the last collector's edition of anything I got. Gaming wise, that was back in 2022. And since then, I haven't bothered purchasing collector's editions. Cost damn money, money, money. So yeah. So basically, going into 2025, 2024, I say I'll just tell y'all I have no plans on doing unboxings. Unboxings on this channel, at least on the YouTube end, it's hit and miss. For other platforms, it varies, but it's just not something I desire to. It was a fun experiment for sure. And I have a lot of collector's editions, so that's why I did those boxings. It just made it easy to create content and also show what I have. Um, Now, given I could continue that and be like, hey, look at my Dragon Ball Z statues, right? Y'all want to see Android 21? Like, I don't know, a jury from Street Fighter. There's no point. I don't want to do that kind of content. I think it's just to me just eh, not worth it. But yeah, as for unboxings right now for video game related stuff, it's pretty much missing in action. It's just not gonna happen anytime soon. It happens when it happens. That's essentially it's just yeah. So sorry to disappoint anyone, but those cost money, and I'll tell you right now, YouTube ain't paying bills. So YouTube is definitely not paying bills, and the memberships haven't gone up. So yeah, that's self-explanatory on that front. And then the other platforms, this is a different story. But yeah. Now, what else? What else can I think of? The podcast channel. Yes. At some point, I plan on revisiting that. Don't know if I'm gonna close out the channel or do a exclusive podcast here. I'm not entirely sure. It is something I do want to pursue at some point and just sit there and just talk about gaming related stuff and just whatever pops in my mind. Um, but right now, it's the podcast it's a work in progress, but the progress is super slow. Um, because it's just, yet again it comes down to time, and it's me having the time, and I'm always busy, so it's just tough. So it's just kind of a wait and see. But there is a channel called Rayuka Podcast. I might even rename it. I'm not really sure. It's in the if you're watching this on YouTube's, um, it's there in the feature channel feature or whatever on my main channel. Um, I am on other platforms. I'm also on well, at least for now on SoundCloud. I might remove the SoundCloud though. I'm not really sure. Uh, SoundCloud's I don't really like putting too much focus there, if at all. Um, it's just yeah. So it's just a 50-50. It's actually SoundCloud's more like dead in my opinion. So I just might just close out the channel, the podcast there. I'm not entirely sure. Um, but yeah, the podcast is something I want to continue to do. It's just figuring out if I want to continue it by itself, rebrand it, redo the whole thing. You know, it won't be the first time. Um, but yeah, it's just figuring it out and what I'm going to do with it going forward. When that will be, how that will be, is yet to be seen. Because it's yeah, for me it's just it's a lot to take in and figure out. Um, when I have the time to do that because I'm taking the time to do this update. So yeah, that's for those curious about the podcast, that's pretty much what it basically is in the air right now. It's in the air somewhere, but going nowhere. That's pretty much the podcast right now. Besides that, try to think what else, if any, that I missed. I guess that's pretty much it for now. At least as for 2024. Depending on where you're watching this, if it's, like I said, it's sort of a generalized thing because most of this is gonna apply everywhere else I'm on. Um, but yeah, that is pretty much it that I could think of. I mean, I probably forgot some things to mention here or whatever, but I just thought I'd do a update and do it live. Uh, um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. This update went on for about almost 40 minutes of just me just rambling for the most part. Uh, so I guess I'll get to the end of this, but I do want to say I thank you all for your support throughout the years. This channel has come a far way, at least on YouTube's end. The channel's came a long way, and I'm very thankful nonetheless for all my viewers and subscribers, whether it's on YouTube or everywhere else. I'm very thankful, and I do appreciate the support. Um, y'all are the reason, honestly, that this still continues. Outside of it being a hobby to me, y'all are a part of that reason why I'm still continuing doing gaming content in a way because there's been many times, honestly, where I just felt like stopping this and just walking away. Um, it's hard to keep motivation sometimes to keep doing this, but then at the same time, there's a part of me that does do it as a hobby, and but sometimes it's just hard to just continue. Uh, a lot of stuff goes on in the background. But I am thankful to every single one of you, and I do appreciate the support. If you're watching this on YouTube, just be aware there is memberships. You don't have to join, but it is the option. and it's always appreciated. But subscribing is totally free. You know, you might find something you like here, and you might want to subscribe, and that could be said for everywhere else I'm on. So yeah, but I do appreciate all the years of just y'all sticking around on this interesting journey on this channel and seeing this channel continue to grow. And who knows what the future holds. My goal, if it ever happens, is to see this channel hit 100K. At least on YouTube, it'd be nice. I mean, if it gets like that on any other platform, that would be great too. I don't know how I would react, but that would be interesting. That would be great. But if it hits 100K on YouTube, man, that would be a dream in itself. And I'm not giving up on that dream, though it's been a grind and exhausting one at that. But yeah, it came a long way, and 2024 it's been that year for the channel, in my opinion, anyway. It's been. Anyways, that is the end of this update. So, if you're new to the channel, feel free to check out the content here, of course. And if you like what you see here, why not hit that subscribe button? And if not, well, thanks for giving my channel a shot. Anyways, as always, this is Rayuka here saying thanks for watching. And until next time, everyone, sayonara.